How's it going, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokémon GO, and the Halloween event has just been announced for 2021, and I'm very excited because there's some pretty cool stuff in it, so let's dive in. First off, this event will be taking place from October 15th at 10 a.m. your local time, all the way until October 31st at 8 p.m. local time, which is a little weird that it's ending on Halloween before it's fully over. But anyways, it's a long time, it's 2 weeks, and there's a lot in this. For all you PvPers out there, the Halloween Cup will be live for the entire duration of the event, and it's going to be Great League specifically, and you can only use Poison, Bug, Dark, Ghost, and Fairy type Pokemon in there. And I'm not really huge into PvP, but I would say that probably Mandibuzz and Sableye will probably have a lot of play during this cup. We're gonna have 4 special bonuses during this time: 2 times Catch Candy, 2 times Hatch Candy, 2 times Transfer Candy, and the final one, the 4th one, is so great. Guaranteed XL candy for each time you get a candy with your buddy while you're walking with it. Doesn't matter the level at all, it is a guaranteed XL. So if there's something that you're really wanting to power up during this time, throw it in there. Like my Shundo Kyogre, I'm gonna be walking with that thing pretty much exclusively just so I can get a ton of XL so I can finally max that thing to 50. We're gonna have 3 brand new Halloween costume Pokemon, and they're pretty cool. There's gonna be the Halloween Mischief Pikachu, which looks okay. I like the little hat on it. Then there's also the Halloween Mischief Piplup, which is kind of cute. I like the little pumpkin hat on it. And then we're gonna have my personal favorite, the Halloween Mischief Drifblim, which is really interesting that they're giving that a costume. I think that's really cool. It has a hat and everything, and the cool thing about it is that every single one of those Pokemon can be shiny, and having a bright yellow Drifblim with a hat sounds really awesome, so I'm definitely going for that one. We're gonna get brand new avatar items, and quite frankly, these look pretty cool. My favorite is the Pikachu pumpkin head. That looks really cool. I might actually put that on. There will also be some brand new stickers that'll be added to the game, and they all look pretty cool, and I really like the Drifblim. Again, I kind of wish that the Drifblim was holding the pumpkin in the game, but I don't believe it will be, which is kind of sad, because I mean, it looks great. We're also getting 3 brand new bundles in the shop, and they're all pretty decent. I'll say out of all of them, my favorite is the Pumpkin Pack. It's got a lot of incubators in there, and I really like hatching eggs, so I feel like this one will definitely be for me. But also, I think that the Boo Bundle's not that bad at all, and the Creepy Crate is okay. It's not amazing, but if you don't have a lot of Pokecoins, I'd say it's worth buying. Now, a really cool thing about this Halloween event is that it lasts 2 weeks, and it's going to be split into 2 different parts. So the first half is going to be called the Halloween Mischief Part 1, Creepy Companions, and it's going to be taking place on October 15th at 10 a.m. your local time, all the way until Friday, October 22nd, 10 p.m. your local time. And there's some interesting stuff. For starters, we're going to be getting the next page of the Hoopa research unlocked, so that'll be interesting. We'll see what we get from it. Galarian Slowking will finally be released into Pokemon GO, and though I am unfortunately wrong about shiny Galarian Slowpoke being added to the game, it's still cool that we're finally getting this, and the cool thing about it is in order to evolve it, you just have to catch 30 Psychic types while having a Slowpoke as your buddy, specifically Galarian Slowpoke, of course. But yeah, pretty easy, just like the Slowbro, but instead of catching Poison types, you catch Psychic types. During this first week, our wild spawns are going to be Pikachu with the Mischief costume. We're also going to get Zubat, Drowsy, Ghastly, Spinarak, which is really cool because that's going to be our brand new shiny, and it looks great, especially when it evolves into Ariados, so very down. I'll definitely be hunting for it. It'll probably be a full odds shiny because it is a pretty common spawn. I mean, I know a lot of you guys have been telling me in live streams that you've been seeing them so often, so it's cool that that's finally coming, and again, looks amazing. And then we're going to also have Mischievous, Shuppet, Halloween Mischief Piplup, which again, I will be hunting for. I'd assume it's going to be boosted like the Pikachu, but I could be wrong. Hopefully they're boosted though. Stunky, Woobat, and Gothita, and if you're very lucky, you might be able to encounter a Unnovan Yamask, which I will be hunting for as well, because I still need 1 more of those to complete the shiny family, so hopefully that'll happen. For the raids and the 1-star eggs, you're gonna have Galarian Slowpoke, you're gonna have Murkrow, Scraggy, Unnovan Yamask, and Esper. Out of all of those, none of those are that exciting, to be honest with you, but let's move on to Tier 3. We're gonna have Alolan Raichu, which does have a higher shiny rate, so good luck on that one. Sableye, which will be okay. I mean, it's good for XLs, but unfortunately, they're not gonna be in the wild, so I don't know how much we're gonna go for it. And, as you can tell, it doesn't have its Litwick costume like it did last year, so that's kind of sad. They might implement it, but probably not. And then we're gonna have Banette, which is okay. It has a Mega, so maybe you wanna go for it. And then there's going to be the Halloween Mischief Drifblim, which again, I'm going to go for. I'm pretty sure this is going to have boosted odds just because it looks like right now it's locked to raids and also in encounters. In 5-star raids, we are of course going to have Altered Form Giratina, which is pretty decent, especially for XL candy for your Origin forms, because the Origin form is the better form for attacking, so you can definitely get XLs. It still counts for either or. And in our Mega raids, we're going to have Mega Gengar, and unfortunately, it looks like that Gengar might not have its Banette costume, which is sad because I never got that, so sad that it looks like I kind of missed out on it. Hopefully they'll bring it back, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. In the 7-kilometer eggs, we're going to have Spinarak, which is the new shiny, but again, probably a full odds. Misdreavus, which is also a full odds. Shuppet, full odds. Shingling, which isn't shiny yet, which is surprising because Chimecho is shiny, but that's not shiny. And Litwick, which unfortunately does not look like it's getting its shiny release during this Halloween event. And if you're lucky from the 7-kilometer eggs, you can get Golurk or Galarian Yamask, which is kind of interesting. I'm glad that they're introducing it again and not just making it a one and done kind of thing, because some people transferred there, so it's good that you'll have multiple opportunities to hatch it, even though it will be a bit rare, and unfortunately, sadly, it will not be shiny eligible. But one thing that I really love about this part 1 of the event is that every single one of the new shinies isn't locked away behind a paywall. As I mentioned, the Pikachu and the Piplup are in the wild, but what about that Drifblim? I mean, you might not want to raid for it. Maybe you can't do it because you don't have the money to do so. Well, luckily, it's going to be in research as well as Galarian Yamask. So yeah, they're going to be rare requests, but there's going to be a chance of you getting those. And there's also Pikachu encounters, Zubat, Drowsy, Spinarak, Piplup, Woobat, and Gothita encounters as well. So it's going to be a pretty big research pool, but once you find the Drifblim encounters, definitely make sure to stack those up and cash them in, because you might have a decent chance of getting yourself a shiny from the research. And that's all for part 1, but now let's move on to part 2, which is called Ghoulish Pals. And during this time, we're going to get another Hoopa research unlocked, which is really cool. So we're getting 2 of them within 2 weeks, and who knows, maybe we'll get something cool from them. I'm going to guess we're probably going to get the brand new Gen 6 Pokemon that are being debuted. We're going to probably get ourselves Phantom that can evolve into Trevenant, which sadly, their shinies will not be unlocked during this time, even though they have insanely good shinies, which is, it's disappointing that they're not coming, but it is what it is, because I'm sure we'll get it next year. But we're also going to get Pumpkaboo, which is literally like the Halloween Pokemon. Literally, one of the moves it has in the main series game is called, I believe, Trick or Treat, and the Japanese translation is literally Halloween. So yeah, this thing was made for Halloween, and there's gonna be a cool mechanic with this one because, like in the main series games, they have different sizes: small, average, large, and super size, and you'll be able to find every one of those in the wild. Now, the small and the average ones will be more common in the wild, and the super-sized one and the large one will definitely be a lot harder to find, but definitely try to go for every single one of them because you can also evolve them into Gourgeist, and it's cool, you know, like, it's very interesting that they're finally adding stuff like that. I don't think they're going to implement it with too many Pokemon, because this was specific to Pumpkaboo, but it is fun that we're finally getting the Halloween Pokemon on Halloween. The wild spawns for part 2 do change up a little bit. We still get the Pikachu, but we also get Ghastly, Murkrow, Misdreavus, Shuppet, Halloween Piplup, which again, if you missed it the first week, you still have a chance for that one as well, Purloin, Phantom, and small and average-sized Pumpkaboo. And if you're really lucky, you'll find a Haunter, which is good for XLs, Unova Yamask, which again, if you need that shiny family, it'll still be out there, Litwick, which is a good ghost type, so you should definitely look for those. And then there's obviously the large and the super-sized Punkaboos as well. But you notice that the brand new shiny Spinarak is being removed from the wild, it looks like, which is kind of weird that the brand new shiny is getting removed. So I really hope you guys hunt like crazy during that first week, because if you miss it, you're probably gonna have to wait until the Halloween event is over. On the upside, Spinarak is a decently common spawn, I've noticed, and they do come off of, I believe, Rainy Lore modules. I've seen them on Rainy Lore modules before, so yeah. If you miss out, it's a pity, but there are going to be some extra ways to get them, but sadly they're not free during this Halloween event during part 2. The raids will also change up during part 2. The 1-star raids are going to have Murkrow, Yamask, Galarian Yamask, Phantom, and average-sized Pumpkaboo. It looks like that will be the only size of Pumpkaboo in the raid, so you'll never find a super-sized raid, which is kind of sad. I think that would be kind of fun. But anyways, in 3-star raids, we're going to have Alolan Marowak, Banette, the Drifblim again, which is good, so if in case you missed it, you have another chance, and Lampent. 5-star raids, we're going to have Darkrai with Sludge Bomb. It's good for PvP. Can't say much else, but still cool to have it. And in Mega Raids, we will have Mega Absol, which is one of the best, if not the best, non-Shadow Dark type in this game, which is really, really cool. You definitely want to do it because it boosts other Dark types, so if you have things like Shadow Weavile or something like that, it very, very much helps. So yeah, definitely raid that one for sure, especially because it is a brand new Mega, and we haven't had a brand new Mega in quite some time. Also, during the last weekend of the event, from Saturday, October 30th at 10 a.m. all the way until the 31st at 8 p.m., it looks like all the Darkrai and Mega Absol raids are going to be super boosted during that time, so if you really want to raid them, that weekend is going to be great for you. The 7-kilometer eggs during the second week also change up. They're going to have Spinarak still, but again, probably a full odds, so I really don't think it's that worth it. Mischievous, Shuppet, Litwick, Phantom, which is new, and then Galarian Yamask and Golurk stay. I honestly don't think that these eggs are really that worth it, to be honest with you, but if you really love hatching these eggs, I'd say go for it. The field research tasks switch up a little bit, but not too much. We still get the Pikachu, we get Ghastly. We have a way to get Spinarak still, which is great. I actually made a mistake saying that you can't get it for free during part 2. There is a way, it's just not as common of a way, and again, probably still full odds. And then there's Shuppet, Duskull, and the Piplup as well. So I would definitely say go for the Pikachu and Piplup quest, because I feel like those will be boosted. And then if you're really lucky, you'll find yourself a Yamask one or a Galarian Yamask one. So yeah, if you really want those, hunt for those too. Also, I completely forgot to mention that if you do the PvP battles and you unlock an encounter with 3 battles, or 1 if you pay the pass for it, you actually do have a chance of getting the Drifblim from that encounter, which is pretty cool. I mean, again, I really feel like that one's gonna be like a 1 in 50 to 1 in 75 shiny rate, because you can only get it from research and in raids, so I highly doubt they would make that one full odds, but I could be wrong about the Pikachu and the Piplup. They might be full odds, seeing that they're going to be in the wild for like 2 weeks, so probably those are going to be full odds, but hopefully not. Hopefully they're just a little bit boosted. All in all, I think this event sounds pretty cool. I like the fact that they've spread it out a bit, so there's going to be 2 different things to do. It's not just going to be the same thing for 2 whole weeks. There's going to be a lot of fun encounters, some new shinies, which are great, but the one thing that I'm kind of sad about, and actually kind of really sad about, is that I never got the costume shiny Banette Gengar. And it looks like that might be Legacy now, including the Bulbasaur with the costume and a few other just like Halloween event stuff. I might just be out of luck on that one, because we've never seen the Witch Hat Pikachu return, except for with one very, very minor event back during the 2019 Yokohama Go Fest for like that Pikachu thing. I think they brought it back that one time, but yeah. I don't know. Like, hopefully they'll bring him back in the future, but maybe all those things like the Sableye with the Litwick hat are now Legacy, and yeah, hopefully you guys got him when you could, because you might not be able to get him again. And that's all I really have to say about this event. I think it sounds pretty darn cool. I'm hoping it's a lot of fun. I really think it will be. I mean, I'm gonna definitely hunt the brand new shinies and such like that, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it informative, and if you did, please smash the like button, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload, and also comment down below. How do you like this event? Do you like the sounds of it? Are there parts you don't like? Please let me know in those comments down below. And if you really enjoy the content and you want to help the channel grow even more, there's a link to my Patreon in the description box below. But with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.